can stand under my umbrella. Under my umbrella. Under my umbrella. Under my umbrella. You can run into my arms. It's okay, don't be alarmed. Come into me. There's no distance in between us. So gonna let the rain pour. I'll be all you need and more. Because when the sunshine, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath, I'ma stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Under my umbrella. Under my umbrella. Under my
Ladies up in here tonight. No fighting.
We got the refugees
No
up in
fighting.
here.
No fighting. Shakira, Shakira.
I never really knew that she could dance like this. She make up her head wanna speak Spanish. Como se llama? Bonita. Picasa.
Shakira, Shakira.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. All the attraction, the tension. Don't you see, baby, this is perfection.
Hey girl, I can see your body moving,
And it's driving me crazy.
and I didn't have the slightest idea
Until I saw you dancing.
And when you walk up on the dance floor, nobody can ignore the way you move your body, girl. And everything's so unexpected, the way you right and left it.
So you could keep on shaking it.
Never really knew that she could dance like this. She make up her head wanna speak Spanish. Como se llama? Bonita. Picasa.
Shakira, Shakira.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel you, boy. Come on, let's go real slow. Don't you see, baby, I see it's perfect. Babe, I know I'm on tonight, my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. All the attraction, the tension. Don't you see, baby, this is
Shakira,
perfection.
Shakira.
Oh boy, I can see your body moving, half animal, half man. I don't really know what I'm doing, but just seem to have a plan. My will, I'm self-restrained, have done to fail now, fail now. See, I'm doing what I can, but I can't, so you know that's a bit too hard to explain. Baila la calle, de noche baila la calle.
Never really knew that she could dance like this. She make up her head wanna speak Spanish. Como se llama? Bonita. Picasa.
Shakira, Shakira.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you know you got me hypnotized. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body.
Señorita, feel the conga. Let me see you move like you come from Colombia.
Mira, en Barranquilla se baila así.
En Barranquilla se baila así.
Yeah, she She's so sexy, I am in fantasy. A refugee like me back with the Fugees from a third world country. I go back like when Pac carried crates for Humpty Hump. We lead a whole club dizzy. Why the CIA wanna watch the Colombians and Haitians? I ain't guilty, it's a musical transaction. Boop, boop, zo, boop. No more do we snatch rope. Refugees run the seas cause we on our own boat.
I'm on tonight, my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel you, boy. Come on, let's go, real slow. Baby, like this is perfecto. Oh, you know I'm on tonight, my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. The attraction, the tension. Baby, like this is perfection.
No fighting, no fighting, no fighting,
No fighting.
I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream, my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous. My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kinda homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. That's when the taxi man turned on the radio and a Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. So I put my hands up to play my song with butterflies fly away. Nodding my head like yeah, moving my hips like yeah. Got my hands up to play my song. I know I'm gonna be okay. Yeah, it's a party in the USA. Yeah, it's a party in the USA. Get to the club in my taxi cab. Everybody's looking at me now. Like, who's that chick that's rocking kicks? She gotta be from out of town. So hard with my girls not around me. It's definitely not a Nashville party. Cause all I see is the letter. I guess I never got the memo. My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kinda homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous.
What's up? What's up? Shout out to Miley Cyrus for getting us going today. No, I'm just kidding. What a wild one to come on to. How you guys doing? Hope we're all having a great morning out here. Getting more weird news over the weekend from Trump. More news there. We also got some, well, it was Bitcoin news. I guess you guys kind of like that. Everybody's talking about Bitcoin moving up this morning. It is up quite a bit. People are starting to get freaked out, and within one day, it's pretty much back into this range. Close to 100K. Thanks, Miley. Hell yeah. Team Tom. Let's go. I'm ready to peep my coin calls this morning. There you go. What are those looking like here at Open? Gapping up pretty good. Probably more room in the tank. Come on, coin. Come on, coin. Let's get some room. Let's get some E85 in that tank of yours. Let's get going. They were at 90%. Yeah, it didn't gap up as much as I thought. It would have. The NASDAQ looked pretty good today, up to 513. SPY, as it moves up, is getting close to $600. It's sitting around 598 this morning at resistance, which I actually love 598 resistance, but 600 and 599 are much more crucial. If the SPY can just rip through there, that'd be pretty big for it. It had a clear rejection there last week on Wednesday. Actually tested it 2 times and dropped. Make sure we're getting those likes in today. Let's get it. That was pretty nuts at the end of the day. Friday, though, wasn't it? I had to go take my daughter to a doctor appointment, and then bam, the SPY just straight up explodes. I was hoping it held that 10% pre-market, Cameron said. And that's with coin. Yeah, it did kind of shoot down a little bit there on that opening candle. What's up, Gilly? Maddie, Rock, Toby, Robert, Cameron, Juan, let's go. I'm out here drawing on the chart. The weather's starting to get nice out. That's a plus. Here we go. QQQ breaking the high of pre-market. Tech. Let's see. Nvidia's not doing much. AMD is popping a little bit. That's good. Intel had some news this morning. This was some pretty big news out of Intel. Nvidia and Broadcom are liking the way Intel's manufacturing is going, and they're kind of testing it out right now. They're testing whether the companies will commit hundreds of millions of dollars worth of manufacturing contracts to Intel. That would be pretty big if they did. Even AMD's talking about it. Wow. AMD moving pretty good today. Off $100. Advanced Money Destroyer holding support well. It didn't really come back on Friday like a lot of stocks, especially not like the SPY. That end of day move on SPY was pretty telling. Hell yeah, Mason. 62. It's gonna be that here today. It's wild how 4 hours make such a big difference on the weather. Like a 4-hour drive up to Chicago. Tesla coming back, Jason said, I think. I like how they're actually bouncing at 300 here at open. This could be awesome, Jason, if they keep coming back. Yeah. Come on, let's hold 300. This is actually awesome. Look at this support that they're forming here. It might test this again today, and if it did, that would be an awesome entry, but looks like it's bouncing pretty good off it right now. Pretty close to 300. At first, I thought you said it was cooking. It kind of does seem like it's cooking, honestly, off that 300 support. That's not terrible at all. $300, a big psychological level. Boeing. Decent action. Going straight to the watch list today. MSTR leads the way. I guess they gapped up a lot better than Coinbase. Where is Coin here? Is Coin even on my watch list anymore? No, it is. Oh, there it is. Sometimes I can't find it. There's so many. They're jumping around, too. CLF, Cleveland Cliffs. Little 3% pop. Palantir, 6%. Palantir actually is forming a base as well. This downtrend might be ending for the short term. Show me the money. The sun is so strong here, I can't read my screen. Crap, Jason. SPY's pulling back a little. You know what else reports earnings this week is BBAI. Big Bear. Supposed to report on Thursday and after hours. Big Bear. They're actually bouncing off pretty good support at $5. $5 even. I guess you could say $4.80 if you wanted to get technical. But pretty good support range there. The earnings, though, are going to be random, so be careful holding that through earnings this week. Carl said, everybody hates Monday, but it's my favorite day of the week. I don't mind a Monday. Definitely nice to get back in the swing of things. I was able to get out and do some golfing yesterday afternoon, which was cool. Had my first birdie of the year, baby. Let's go. Stuck it within 6 feet from 165. I get so sad over the weekends when the markets are closed. I know, you gotta watch that Bitcoin. On Sunday, at least, we had some Bitcoin action. Some really good action Sunday morning, gosh. I know gold's been pulling back a lot lately. I'm glad to see it popping back today. The pullback was bound to come in. Looking pretty good, though, on the recovery right now. Not saying it's going to recover all the way back right away, but pretty good green candle posting here. At least for today, the next couple days, it'd be nice for it to get up to at least fill the gap. Like 269, 270 would be nice. Carl, you like the crypto? Hell yeah. What was your favorite one to watch, Carl? I have to mow grass. Oh gosh, I forgot about the grass. Now that it's getting warm, I'm gonna have to start doing the grass. That's gonna suck. Damn, Carl, you just reminded me. I'll probably just pay some kid to do the grass. Nah. My dad gave us a really good riding lawnmower, so I like running that thing around. I see signs inflation has slowed. Bought a $10 toaster at Walmart. Speaking of Walmart, they're moving up towards $100 here, Coconut. Walmart, the retailer, they actually fell off hard with their earnings last week. But they've been recovering. Really gonna watch Costco this week. C-O-S-T. They could show that consumers are pulling back a little bit. Maybe they won't, though. Maybe they'll say it's strong. I know, though, people are worried about it. I saw some analysts talking about it over the I enjoy BTC, but I ended up with a much larger stack of Doge than anything. Did Doge get a nice pop? Nice, yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Did you see that in the bottom right? Oh my gosh. Look in the bottom right-hand side of your screen right now. Watch this. Now it didn't do it. What the hell? A dancing dog just popped up here. Of course, now it's not popping up. That was so weird. How do I make it do it again? Aren't tariffs happening tomorrow? Yeah, they are happening tomorrow, Plutonium. Unless there's updates to it. There could end up being updates. That could be a big deal over the next 24 hours or so. Have your eyes peeled for these updates. What is this headline? Domino's Pizza. DPZ, they adopt stuffed crust and their stock pops. That's kind of funny. Calls on the stuffed crust, guys. It's actually breaking out pretty good on the daily here. Climbing really well above resistance. Calls on the stuffed crust. I like it. Coconut said Walmart will survive. Oh, hell yeah, they will. Target might not. Targets were a little worse. It's wild to compare Target's stock to Walmart's stock. Sorry, trading views slowed this morning, it looks like. Look at Target's stock going back to like 2020. Pretty wild how it's moved. I guess let's go to 2019. Let's go to that dip. And let's draw it up to where it is now. It's up 108% still. I mean, that's still pretty good from 2019, but it could be a lot better. Let's go see Walmart from that point. All right, the dip at the beginning of 19. 248%. Target still was growing. Just the chart looks whack. The stock is at least, it's still up from then. It has been a tough one, though, for Target. They're going to be reporting tomorrow. Free market. Sitting on cash, waiting for defined directions at the moment, Carl said. Yeah, back to the SPY. 5-minute chart. I like how it's testing the support at 594.80, 595 essentially. That would be pretty nice for a bounce today with SPY. I'm definitely going to be watching some supports coming up. I'm really watching this range for support with the SPY. If it does pull back more, 593 and then 590 will be on watch from there. As far as like the chart setup itself goes, I think a perfect setup would be to test 600 today and then to dip back to 590. And then over the next couple days, form like a really good move back up to like 612. That would be ideal here on this bullish setup. Sorry, by the way, the allergies that are getting me now that the weather's getting better. I'm sick when it's cold. I'm sick when it's hot. What the hell? Tesla's breaking 300 again. Okay. Yeah, sitting here, bouncing around 300. We can tell that this is definitely an area where Tesla likes to react. Good morning, Slade. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Yeah, Carl, I wish I could get that dog to come back. It won't come back now. Maybe if I refresh it, it'll come back. Let's try. Sometimes that stuff works. No. Those really did pull back pretty hard. Is that like 50 cents? Is that like 20 cents now? Good morning, Shane. Thanks for joining up. You guys are just now joining up. Destroy that like. Let's go. LVS. Gapping up in the short term. Looking at their daily chart, they're forming a pretty good base down here at the bottom, around $42 to $44. Looks like a head and shoulders pattern. Well, an inverse, but we'll see how it goes here. But I do like the support that I'm marking in blue here. Very nice support. Like how it held that. It's ripping back. I could see it at least getting up to like 48 to 50 in the short term. Next couple trading days. Of course, it won't be a straight shot, so be prepared for little intraday pullbacks and stuff. That's where some people can get hurt. They get the wrong idea. Corbin's on first shift now. Let's go. I saw your snap this morning. I was like, hell yeah, Corbin's going to be here. That looked like a badass Audi you saw there, too. Target has higher quality home decor and clothes than Walmart. That's about it, Coconut said. I could see that. I could definitely see that. I enjoy shopping at Target more. It's not as crazy. It is nicer inside. But Walmart, I've compared the prices in Walmart. There's no reason to not go unless Target's way closer or something. RS6 twin turbo V8 wagon. Wow. Rear wheel steer. You mean so it has that stuff where the front and the back wheels steer it? I know what you're saying. I've seen a couple Mercedes with that. Target has better lighting. I got a good selfie in there. The lighting in Target. Target is actually moving fairly well today. I gotta give them that. Walmart is too, though. How are defense stocks? I know a lot of these have been dipping. RTX, obviously not. I'm talking more like GD, Lockheed Martin. Like, Lockheed's down quite a bit here. Jason says Walmart has freakier looking customers. I will say that. I think they do too. I got to agree there. Couldn't sleep last night. Had a lot of sleeping problems. But Poker Face gets me hyped. Tessie. Pulling back under 300 now again. They might go for a new low of the day here. Not looking good. Now, as they drop, ideally they would hold this 294 to 293.50 support. It's a pretty big one here. Lots of bounces in the short term around this range. It would kind of suck to see a drop back down to here. Definitely first support coming up, though. Tesla's so volatile, though, you got to give or take like $1 all the time. You have a website, Jason? Uh-oh. I remember there used to be a website called, like, the People of Walmart. Oh, it's still there. Hell yeah. You can do photos by state? That's funny. Oh, did they shut it down? It doesn't look like anything normal. Oh my god. I'm glad I didn't show you guys this screen. MSTR still pulling back on the day. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people waiting for the dip buy on this one. Will it fill the gap back down? I don't think it could get all the way down to there before a bounce, but it was like the people of Walmart.com or something, Jason. Trevor said I stick to Price Chopper. What is that? What is Price Chopper? I've never heard of that. Sounds interesting, though, like something to help save some money or something. Bank of America looking pretty hot this morning. The banks going to the heat map. We're almost 30 minutes into open. The heat map isn't too exciting. It is delayed. Oh, it's a grocery store. Gotcha. Yeah, I've noticed that with like grocery chains and stuff. They're always like if they're in certain sections of the country, like Missouri has like certain ones, and then like Florida and Alabama and Louisiana have certain ones, and looks to be a downwards direction for the market today, don't you think? Peter said. Right now, it definitely is. It doesn't mean that that's going to end up the day. I think it's going to actually end up pretty mixed rather than, like, super red. Because it's going off of yesterday's close. Well, Friday's close. So it's only red by a little bit right now. But like I was explaining earlier with the SPY, what I'm watching for today is this big chop zone and this big range. This is a pretty big range for the SPY. And I think that ideally, SPY comes back to test the bottom of this range around 590. I don't see it pulling back much under 590 today unless there's like some big news that hits that kind of gets it running or something along those lines. But that's kind of what I'm watching for with the SPY today, is a drop towards 590. Once we hit 590, I think it could go all over the place, honestly. But I do expect a hit off of that as it touches. you might see the market go choppy and flat in anticipation of these tariffs tomorrow. Maybe, if not even red. But there might be like tariff news that hits today, so definitely have the radar up. Mexico and Canada just keep saying that they're going to retaliate. They even just now, somebody else already said that they were going to retaliate. Their energy minister did in Canada. Interesting with Trump's 1:30 p.m. investment announcement, too. That is going to be a big announcement later this afternoon. Trump's investment announcement. 100% on the radar for later today. I'm curious what he's going to talk about. What do you guys think? How Horde said trade war. I need him to say he's investing in nuclear. Hey, that would be a good one, Trevor. Bibles. Jason said Bibles. Everyone gets a Bible. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. A new, better Bible. The Trump Bible. The American Bible. You know how they have that Bible and it's like the King James? What if they had like Emperor Trump Bible? I'm just making it. I'm obviously kidding, guys, but I was, you did get me thinking there about how they have that old King James or whatever version where they did stuff. Hell yeah, Demure. I was liking it a lot better at open. It's kind of pulling back now, though. I'm not loving it, but I'm expecting a 590 hit. Looks like it's bouncing around 590.75, actually. Pretty big area of support, honestly. 590, 591, that whole like $1 range, not bad. Reacting a little bit. Nice scalp on the SPY put, Peter Tran said. Took profits, beautiful. Love to hear it, Peter. I'll say dubs in the chat for Peter there.
All right, all right, all right.
Nice one. I think you took profits at a great time as well. Got some bots out here. I'm seeing. How do you think this whole Fort Knox look affects gold? Like in both scenarios, it's all there or it's not? Michael said. That's a great question. I honestly have no idea how that would affect gold. I don't know if it would be a good thing for gold and make it shoot up in price because people are going to go nuts, or if it would be a bad thing, because people obviously like don't trust it or something now. don't trust the backing. I have no idea. That is a very interesting conversation to have, though. Because it's like, everyone's like, oh yeah, the U.S. backs gold and all that. That'd be wild if it wasn't in there. I know other countries have pretty big stockpiles, though, too. I don't know, Jason. I'm curious. Let's see. Let's do a poll. I'm going to poll. I think this will be a fun poll, actually, with gold here. All right. If the gold in Fort Knox is gone, will gold prices react in a positive or negative way off the news? That's actually perfect. 100 out of 100 characters for this. Positive reaction. Negative reaction. And keep in mind, I'm just saying if it's not there. If. All right, let's do the poll. Fort Knox gold. What do you think? I'm voting personally for negative reaction. I don't know why. I think it would worry me with gold in the short term, but maybe it wouldn't. I respect all your answers. Tesla on the daily support is pretty huge here. That's a big support that Tesla's been testing. I like the way how it came down today and tested 292. It is sad that it's staying under 300, but if it holds here and makes this nice move back, it's going to be in like an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and overall, it's been forming a bit of a base too. We've been seeing a lot of bases forming lately on lots of stocks, even the SPY trying to form a bit of a base. Looking like pretty good movement here off of this 590 support so far. Overall, I want to see a good pop back towards 600 here over the next, well, over the course of today into tomorrow morning. Who knows what those tariffs will do, though. Intel sliding off, Shane said. It is pulling back. They had that good Avgo news this morning. Avgo and NVIDIA testing them for hundreds of $1 million in manufacturing contracts. It was pretty good news early on. I'm kind of surprised that they're pulling back as much as they are. To be honest, though, they aren't the most popular, so maybe they just aren't hitting the headlines like it should be. It's probably under the radar. A lot of people don't even know probably that this news even came out. If this was Palantir and people were talking about, oh my god, NVIDIA tested something with Palantir and they're talking about doing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of contracts, we'd probably see Palantir shoot up, like a lot better. Because it's more popular and people gravitate more towards that. MSTR and Coin are so expensive. They definitely are. They're pretty high-priced stocks. I'm wondering when they're going to split, probably in like a few years. We'll see what kind of prices they actually end up getting to. It's not too bad, but I know what you're saying. The options can be fairly expensive too because of that share price. Could be good to run some debit spreads though. You know, you could reduce your cost of the options through spreads if you're interested in doing that. You would essentially buy a call. Like, let's say you'd buy, like, if you're looking at Coinbase, you'd buy like a 220 call, and then you'd sell like a 230 call. And that would be your debit spread there. You would take the difference between both. So you would, in this case, the 220 is like $1,600. You would do 1,600, and then the other one's like 1,200. So you'd subtract those. It'd end up being $400. Now this ends up capping your gain by quite a bit. So if there's a true pop in your direction, it's going to cap your gain. But, you know, if you're scalping and stuff, you could reduce your cost through this. And, you know, if you're only going for 30, 40%, you don't need to go for that full 200% where it caps you, you know, if you're scalping. I know a lot of traders don't do that anyways, so it's not always the best to.
Take it easy. I just keep on staring at my phone. Yeah, my head's spinning, heart's racing, knowing that you could give me a call.
Yeah, options are real cheap on Intel. That's true. MSTU. I don't like these leveraged ETFs myself, Jason. If you're scalping it, you could go for it if you're doing shares or something. I have not checked the chain on MSTU at all. Let's see. There's just no volume really on the chain. There's a little open interest. Not the best volume. The spreads are a little bad. Not the worst, actually. It could be a lot worse from what I've seen with volume like this. But, yeah, MSTU, if you're scalping, I think it's a good option. Now, if you're holding for the long term, I'm not a fan, personally. I don't like how whenever the stocks move down, these end up decaying, and they move in pretty weird ways. You can see here how it's split. In this case, it did a real split. But if MSTR pulls back hard, this thing will probably pull back so hard that it'll have to reverse split, which will be kind of scary if it reverse splits. And it could reverse split pretty easily. If MSTR like just pulls back to like 200, that thing will probably be reverse splitting at some point. I wish I could sell options. I'm trying to build a portfolio first, Shane said. Hey, that's smart. You can always start by building your portfolio and then selling covered calls on your stocks that you like to hold for the long run. Of course, realize that when you do it, you might end up losing your shares sometimes, but that comes with it. You can always buy it back. Like a lot of times, if it expires Friday, and let's just say you lose your shares and you have to sell them, you might be able to buy them back for like the same price on Monday, and then you literally just, it's like you just collected the premium and then just bought the shares again. It's like, but sometimes you'll get screwed where like the shares, like you might get like some news and then the shares pop by 20%, but then your covered call caps you out at like 5% or something, you know. That's the thing where people get pissed. So I recommend if you're truly holding long term, be careful with the covered calls because you don't always want to lose those shares. But SM bot needs some recalibration, or I'm being impatient, Anton. No, definitely it does if it's not up yet. Hang on. No, it's working though. It's working. It's up. NVDA. It's calling out puts right now. Nvidia has been pretty actively dropping. I will say it looks like it's getting pretty low on the day. It's probably going to find some support at some point, but the SM bot is really, and I'm sure you know this, Anton, meant to be more like a screener. So it's kind of showing you like, hey, here's some stocks that are moving. Check them out. If you like the setup, go for it. If you don't like the setup, obviously don't. Pepsi calls are on the bot, though. They were on the bot earlier. That is funny. Pepsi again. Nice little green day here. It did dip a little bit coming back. Intel, 1 minute. Oh, another breakdown. Broke down to 24. Found some support around 23.80 to 24, though. Not bad. That was funny on Saturday. I was laughing at that. I was laughing at that. There has been a lot of cool updates in the work for all the trading floor guys out here, by the way. There has been some cool updates coming to a few different things, so be ready. You guys will love it, too. Just even more stuff added in. Been being worked on for a long time. It's been a process, though. It's been a process this time. SPY resistance there, 593. Rejecting back down. Watch for 590 if it decides to get low enough. On Saturday night, we went to a winery with my fiance and her friends. That was pretty fun. I've never really been to a winery, so I found it pretty fun. SPY heading to that 590 support, Peter said. Yeah, it's trying. 590 coming up soon. $5.90 support. Bring it on, SPY. QQQ trying as well. Let's go back to MicroStrategy. New low of the day. As we switch to it here, just popped a new low of the day. Trying to fill this gap, maybe? That would be pretty cool to see it get back to 260 or lower. Oh, man. Taiwan Semiconductors with some news. TSM. We have Trump TSM news hitting. That's a pretty big deal. $100 billion investment in the U.S. Is this the thing Trump was talking about? I hope not. Let's see if TSM can get moving. So far, not the best reaction. Fernando wants 590 on the SPY so they can grab some calls. I don't blame you. That'd be nice to see a nice bounce there. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of call buyers looking at that if it gets there.
I've been trying to cope since you ran away. I've been feeling lost, I've been feeling pain. And no matter what I do, I just feel like I do what I do for you.
Looking at some news. Yeah, people are really talking about that TSMC. I guess that's the 1 p.m. announcement on the investment that he was talking about. Coinbase, right off resistance here. MSTR still brutal. Make sure you're destroying that like button if you're just now joining up. Let's get those numbers up here.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
That's right. Like it up or else the crowd's going to get you. Nano Dimensions, NNDM, climbing the watch list a little bit, but they have such weird intraday PA. GOLD, Barrick Gold, 2,884. Pretty good action here. Hell yeah, Trevor, let's go. We've been popping that pretty common lately. Appreciate you guys joining up. Today, Junior. Is that your favorite one, Jason? I like that one. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, you're about to.
Today, Junior!
You guys know that movie, I'm sure. Kraft up again today. KHC. Chopping around this zone. I'm expecting a lot of chop before it breaks 3250. But that resistance breaking will be on the radar sometime soon. Kraft is a fun one in this channel. We better get back to the top of the channel. Checking video, bro. All right. Pulling back pretty hard, I know. Okay. Starting to find some support, though. Is that why you said check it? It's actually, yeah, moving back a bit. 119.50 to 120 resistance. $119.50 to 120. What are your thoughts on Amazon? Looking for an entry point for shares in my long term. That's actually a good idea, Mike. You know, while Amazon dips here, I do like the opportunity for some shares here. The question with Amazon is how much is it going to dip in the short term? I think since you're talking about a long-term portfolio, just average in, just dollar cost average. Amazon's pretty hot. There are some big dips every now and again. You know, they're known to pull back just like everything else is. But I think right now on the dip, they're at a fairly good price. From the high, they're down like, what, 20% or something? 13%. At the recent low, it's like 16%. They have that $200 support coming up. I really just think dollar cost averaging is the way, Mike. It's very hard to time up the bottom exactly. No problem, Mike. TSM starting to move up, huh? The news is hitting. Hell yeah. That news definitely helped them out here. Yup, that is the 1:30 p.m. announcement, by the way. I just got confirmation. That is what they were talking about. Which I'm sure we all knew that, but... Did Jake Knapp end up winning that PGA stuff over the weekend? No, he didn't. What the hell? He fell way back. Yeah, it was a terrible ending round for him. Wow. If he just went 4 under that day, he would have been fine. Oh, he did? Oh. He triple bogeyed a hole, got stuck in water. Like the ball was in the water, or like he was in the water? It's hard to shake back mental when that happens. Yeah. Yeah, that would be tough. Especially like the guy that won, Highsmith, I see, he's like 19 under. Shot 7 under that day. I mean, Knapp would have had to have shot 4 under anyways, it looks like, to win. 3 under to tie. Interesting. What was the news from Trump? I missed it. It's with Taiwan Semiconductors, DJ. They're doing a $100 billion investment in the U.S., and they're going to announce it at 1:30 p.m. And TSM was moving down pretty hard today and then started to come back a bit on that news. Let's look at the 4-chart setup for a little bit. Hell yeah, DJ, no problem. You said made some nice scalps on TSM. Huge shout out to Tom for the news. Hell yeah, you appreciate that. Let's go. Nice. Little scalps back up. That was some pretty good news, I gotta say. I'm surprised it didn't move like even more or quicker. Whenever we first looked at it, it was pretty low. The new investment will be employed using robots. Is that real, or are you just saying that, Jason? That would be interesting. Gold still moving pretty good today. GLD coming back very nice. This is a pretty cool thing to see. GLD 1.15%. Great run and move back to the upside. Ooh, Mason sent me an Instagram. Ooh. Look at his foot. Oh no. He looked like he took way too smooth of a swing. Oh, here it is. Oh, nasty. Did the ball go back in the water? Oh, yeah, it did. He swings too smooth to try to hit out of the water. Man, if you're hitting out of mud and water like that, you gotta swing, man. Wow. Of course, I can be the Monday morning quarterback all I want. I'll never be where he is on the tour. 1.2% GLD coming back. Oh man, Mason, that sucks. No, Peter, it's not crypto related, but there was an announcement yesterday that was crypto related. The Taiwan Semiconductors news isn't crypto related as far as I see, but there's also no details on TSM's announcement either, they said. It's just 100 billion right now. But there was that news over the weekend that was a big deal where Trump came out and made this Truth Social post about crypto strategic reserves, which is interesting. Crypto reserves, kind of like how they have gold reserves, oil reserves, copper. Hell, they might need to start doing egg reserves now. I'm just kidding. If they could somehow get them to... If they could somehow get them to not spoil... Maybe. Feels more like market manipulation, Horde said. Gold's moving pretty damn good right now, I gotta say. I wonder if Trump made the crypto announcement because the markets were doing bad. Maybe he dip bought it, Horde. Maybe he dip bought a shit ton of crypto and then tweeted. I'm just kidding. Maybe. Yeah, Carl, Powell's on Friday. I'll pull it up here. Friday, Economic Outlook at the University of Chicago Booth School of Business 2025 U.S. Monetary Policy Forum in New York, New York. It's weird to me that the University of Chicago would have their Monetary Policy Forum in New York, New York. Maybe it's at, like, the NYSE or something cool. I don't know. Either way, I was like, why is this not in Chicago? But, okay. Mason goes, what is New York, New York? It is weird how they have to say that. Excuse to spend money, Carl said. Probably right. They just wanted to go on vacation. If it was Chicago, I was going to have Mason go get a dollar bill signed by Powell. Now that'd be perfect, Chase. Yeah, I probably would have told Mason to go check it out or something too. I wonder if Powell, like, I'm sure he does, but I wonder if he has, like, bodyguards and all that, like Secret Service. Like, can you just run into Powell at the coffee shop or something? That's my question. I doubt it. I probably would say I doubt it. No way he buys his own coffee, Horde said. Yeah, probably not. If I was him, I probably would never go in public, man. Holy hell. Talk about some threats. U.S. Commerce Secretary Lutnick said Trump will have to decide on tariffs this afternoon. Trump will have to decide on tariffs this afternoon. They already said it was going on. Maybe we'll see some changes with the tariffs. Who knows? Carl sees Mike Johnson. Really? He has 2 SS guards? Nice. Mike Johnson. I had to pull up his picture. I forgot what he looked like. And the second I saw him, I was like, oh. For some reason, I was thinking of a different Johnson. But you live close to the Speaker of the House? That's pretty crazy. $594.50, $595 on SPY. Resistance holding up. The resistance keeps on going here.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead.
Sorry, guys. Dealing with something really quick. JP has 2 Roman Centurions, sponsored by Amex. By Amex. Speaking of them, I almost forgot the ticker for American Express for a second. AXP. He was Obama's chief of staff? Wow. I was at Old Ebbitt Grill in D.C. Held the door open for Dennis McDonough 10 years ago. And the hostess was like, do you have any idea? That's funny. I've never ran into anyone like that, I don't think. I'm glad I haven't, because I might say something to him. I made him take a photo with me afterwards. That's hilarious. And he put it... Oh, you put it on your Insta? Nice. The closest thing I ever got to, like... I've seen a couple celebrities and stuff. Whenever I was in Vegas, I was at Caesar's Palace. And Samuel L. Jackson and this other guy... Well, who's the guy that plays Mace Windu in Star Wars? I think it's Samuel L. Jackson. He was standing there outside of Caesar's Palace smoking a blunt with this other guy. And it was so funny. I was like, Mom, is that Samuel L. Jackson? And my mom and stepdad were both like, hell yeah, that is. Obviously, I'm not saying anything to Samuel, but he'll kick my ass. He looked very intimidating. He was like really dressed up and he looked crazy. And he had those little glasses, those circle glasses on. I can't believe you guys taught me about that Royale with cheese scene. See, I knew McDonald's would get brought up at some point. See you later, Demure. Have a good one. JP Morgan. The banks were running pretty good, like Bank of America. JPM's a bit slower, though. Nothing near as hot there. Switching to the Rock to end the day. Yeah, I was like, what, Mason? Is there any new market data today? Not really. It's mainly tomorrow. Well, no, we did have ISM manufacturing PMI come out earlier. I don't think it moved things very much. Looks like 6-month bill auction, 3-month bill auction, Fed speech. This stuff could move the market later in the day. In about an hour. I would say nothing too crazy. Wednesday, watch out for ISM services PMI. And then Friday, of course, we have the non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate, which will be huge. That jobs data is crucial. Looks like Nvidia found support at 118-ish. Yeah, it did. Not bad. It's definitely been consolidating here for a while. I believe that we actually looked at it whenever it first got here, too. Pretty clear one, though. Whoa. Dropped my phone somehow. Fell off my chair. Any comments on Lemonade PA the past week? I was actually watching it on their earnings, and I thought that on Thursday I was watching it quite a bit as it was popping back up. And it had a weird earnings recovery move there and breakout. I thought it was kind of strange. Looking at it on the daily, definitely a weird move, but it gives me confidence that we could be seeing a break. My biggest concern right now with Lemonade is that it's right back at resistance. Of course, it's right back at $40. That's a big deal. Poor Lemonade's been stuck there for a little while now. This might be where it gets the break, though. It's really coming up here with some good momentum. Just expect a little chop, but I would also say it's kind of overextended over the past few days as well. On this overall move, kind of got a little overextended, but $40 gonna be huge. Overall, I'm a big fan, though. It's just going forward from here with Lemonade. It's a tough buy at this resistance. That's all. From 8:40 until 9:21, J Bass said, can you look at the PA, please, on NFE? New Fortress Energy. From 8:40 to 9:21. I can tell it definitely fell off really hard with New Fortress Energy here. Okay. I do like how it actually had so much momentum that it was actually able to break through pretty big support here at 10 and then even 985. That was pretty telling with NFE. You go to the daily chart and it looks even worse, like it's gonna break down here and continue this bad downtrend. Overall, I'm a pretty big fan of it to the downside, honestly. I like the way it's dropping. There's a recent low pretty close to where it is. It might be tough to break that. That might be like a good first target. Maybe hold a little bit to see if it breaks, but do you think Bitcoin will hold 90,000? BTC USD? It already broke it a little bit today, but I see what you're saying. Personally, with the news today, I think there's a great chance it could hold. Keep watching 89,500. I think there's a pretty good shot it holds. You could almost treat it like a gap up, though, if you wanted to, from Sunday morning. So, like, maybe it fills the gap. Maybe not. I'm looking for it to continue bouncing back today, back to the upside. I do like 89,590K. Pretty good support. Pretty conflicted, though, with where it is myself, personally. It's, like, right in the middle of this range. Little conflicted there. SPY back to the 595 resistance. Rejecting back a little bit. Not the best to see. Let's go check Ford. GM. Pulling back a little bit at 50. GM had that good news last week where they were doing that $6 billion buyback, and then they raised their dividend as well. That was a pretty big deal. Raising the dividend. Wow. That normally generates some pretty good hype, and we saw that yesterday. Come in pretty good. Good morning, Luis. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a nice green one so far. That goes for everybody out there. Won't be like that every day, of course, but... I'd say there's been a lot of mixed price action this morning. The SPY has not been able to get like a clear direction picked. I would say it's been more bearish than anything if I had to say, but it's not too bad. Just out of curiosity, what is your win-loss percentage, Mike said? That's a good question. It's pretty high lately because of selling options. It's very high, but I'd have to go through and do like a lot of math. Looking at different accounts and stuff along those lines, you know, and some of it's in like IRAs and stuff where I don't even look at the win-losses in that way because I just hold the stocks forever, you know? It's hard to even say that the position's over. Like if you have like 10,000 shares of something and you're selling a bunch of covered calls and it's like you're still in that position for like a long time. So it's like, it's hard to say, Mike. That's tough. I would have to figure out the exact day trades. Go through a whole bunch of trades and pick out the ones that were more shorter term. I'm looking at my watch list from the bottom up and seeing a bunch of companies that are way, way down and wondering... ... Oh, that's funny. What kind of research to do which of these to go along with? Can you give me a nice list of those companies, Jason? I got you, though. Of course, each company is going to be different. People might have different opinions on each one for the longer term, depending on growth and expectations and stuff. ARM and AMD are killing me in margin, Luis said. They're killing you in margin. That's not good, Luis. What do you mean by that? Are you over leveraged and you could get like margin called? I hope that's not the case. FTRE, Jason said. Ooh. Fortria Holdings. Ooh, yeah, Jason, this one's something I was not expecting. Viking Therapeutics. Ooh. Is FTRE, let's see. They're a contract research organization in Delaware, primarily in pharmaceutical, biotechnology, and medical device industries. For FTRE, Fortria Holdings. I don't know much about Fortria Holdings. I would say be very, very careful with this one. Stick to options. Personally, these are not the type of companies that I like to look for the long term at all. Some people like to try to add some pharma stocks into their portfolio. Like, let's say you have a bunch of other stocks like SPY, Nvidia, Meta maybe, or DraftKings and Disney or Intel or who knows, whatever, right? Let's say you have your own portfolio. You might add a little bit of these to your portfolio, like maybe make it like 2%, 3%, you know, something like that. But I wouldn't go in too deep with these personally for the long term. It's a good idea to look at stocks that are down and low like this, but you're looking at some crazy stocks that could like have insane moves, and VKTX could go from 27 to 12, and I would call that normal. Like, I wouldn't even call that surprising. Like, that would be like a normal move, honestly, for something that has as crazy of a chart as this. But I hope that helps. I've never really looked at these two. I've looked at Viking a little bit when it popped off. I looked at FTRE a little bit. There was a big money play on it, but other than that, I haven't really like looked at the ins and outs of the business. And I think for the long term, you would need to see more of like, okay, like what is FTRE doing that might turn things around for them, right? Maybe they have some stuff they're working on or something. I'm not sure. But that could be a thesis that maybe helps you with like FTRE or VKTX if they are working on something like that. Or FTRE is an interesting one. I have heard a lot of chatter with this one. Not recently, but in the past. I'm in KSS aiming for 12. Kohl's, huh? Kohl's aiming for 12 bucks today. That might be a little hard today. It looks like Kohl's doesn't generally get that big of a move, but over the next couple days, I could see 12 touching. That's not bad. I could see 12 hitting like tomorrow. If not today. KSS has been in a pretty bad sell-off. Look at them on the daily. They're actually right on major support. My fiance used to work at Kohl's a long time ago. She probably wishes she still did right now. Funny enough. Yeah, no problem, Jason. Thanks for the question. It's always nice to talk about stocks like that. I love it. If you ever have any more tickers, feel free. I still don't have margin call, but I got ARM shares and margin. 1,200 at 149 each, and AMD 1,500 shares at 109.22, paying interest each day. That's tough. You did get AMD pretty low. It's just how long can you withstand this, right? And also, you might have entered too early, too thick, Luis, unfortunately. Too deep, too quickly. Can ARM still go down from here? ARM shares are killing you. Yeah, unfortunately, I could see ARM continuing to pull back from here. Ideally, it doesn't, but I could see it. Let's see the ARM trend here. It's been trending up pretty well. If it holds this lower support, though, you'll be in a good spot, Luis. You said ARM is at 149. All right, that's a little high on ARM. You're not sitting as pretty with this one, in my opinion, but not bad. Fashion Trapper, oh no, same with AMD. Yeah, be careful. Got any, like, I wish they would do more hotkeys for this stuff. AMD right now is kind of stuck. Seems like it's trying to find some support in the short term to come back, though. I definitely do like this $100 support. There's a lot of stocks lately on some pretty big levels. Like Microsoft's right at like 400. Rejected off of it in pre-market today, of course. Sometimes those pre-market moves ruin my setups. Alrighty, guys, we're probably going to call it here today. It was a pretty good start to the week, though. We had some interesting PA. Had a good day on the stream, anyways. Not necessarily my favorite PA. Like I said, it was kind of weird, in my opinion. I guess the best news of the day is from Taiwan Semiconductors. They had a nice pop back with that Trump news. Maybe they can keep going up later today. Keep them on the radar. It looks like they're actually flagging. Maybe they're going to be in a, little bull flag setup here. However you want to draw this. Interesting one, though. All right. Have a great one. Walk away green. Make smart, disciplined decisions. Do not make decisions that will blow up your account. Please don't. Be careful with the over-leveraging out there, guys. All right, have a great rest of the day.